Please be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not Lem Sisse. My name is Richard Rees. I'm the Associate Vice President for Teaching, Learning and Students here at the University of Manchester. But it is my enormous pleasure to welcome you to the university and the splendid surroundings of the Whitworth Hall for today's graduation ceremony. In particular, of course, I welcome our graduates, whose magnificent achievements and hard work we are here to celebrate. But I'm also delighted to see so many friends, family and supporters here. I know that many of you will have come long distances, and I'm afraid the Manchester weather has really given you something of the true Manchester experience today. So hopefully it'll be nice and warm in here, though. But I thank you particularly for the support and encouragement that you've given our graduates during their studies. It's such an important part of their success. Just like the staff in the Institute of Education, you can be extremely proud of what they have achieved. In fact, could I please ask our graduates to stand, turn and face as best as you can your friends, family and supporters, and give them a round of applause for all of the support they've given you. Before we begin, I would like to say a few words about the institution whose name is written on the certificate that you will soon be receiving. From its origins in the early 19th century, this has been a university ready to engage with the wider world. You'll struggle to find any ivory towers here. At the present time, Manchester is already regarded as one of the finest universities in Europe, but we are determined to become one of the best in the world. With 173 different nationalities on campus, the University of Manchester is truly a global institution and one that will remain so, valuing its European and international staff, students and alumni. No fewer than 25 Nobel Prizes have been awarded to our staff and former students, and our alumni occupy the highest positions in the world of business, politics, media and the professions. Future leaders in all of those domains, I have no doubt, are sitting in front of me right now. You'll see outside, possibly through the rain and some fog, some of the investments that the university is making in buildings and equipment to improve the experience of our students and to keep our research at the leading edge. But it isn't bricks, mortar, wires, technology or pieces of paper that make this university so great and so successful. It's our students, our staff, our people. During your time in Manchester, you as graduates have helped make the university what it is today. And this ceremony is as much about us honouring you for that achievement as it is about celebrating your academic success. A degree ceremony is far more than obtaining a piece of paper and some letters after your name. It's a rite of passage, marking the move of one stage of life to another. Some of you will remain in higher education and research, but for many the transformation will be to the world of work. And if you're still feeling the effects of pressures of deadlines of that academic work, perhaps you can take some solace from the words of Aristotle, one of the first great teachers, who told us that the roots of education are bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Obtaining a degree is a hugely important milestone, and we rightly recognise you and celebrate in your success. But this is just your beginning of your journey and your association with the university. As the class of 2019, you not only take with you the friendships formed during your years with us, but also the membership of a wider family of over 400,000 who come together in our alumni association. One last message before we proceed is to remind you that your degree does not only confer on you the recognition of the knowledge that you have gained. In an age when the trust in many of our leading public and private institutions has been damaged, we rely even more heavily on the integrity and informed skepticism that the trained mind can offer. Wherever you go in the world, you are responsible for carrying these values with you and for instilling them in those around you. So I sincerely hope that today will not be your last contact with the university, and please remember that our doors will always be open to you. Thank you. Without further ado, I would now like to invite Professor Neil Humphrey from the Manchester Institute of Education to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Try that again. Good afternoon, everyone. That's better, thank you. I'd like to begin by reiterating the very warm welcome to our graduates, their families and friends. Today is a very special day for you. The hard work and dedication has paid off. I know I speak for all of our staff when I say we are extremely proud of you. You're now ambassadors for both the university and for the Manchester Institute of Education. It's with a sense of overwhelming pride that I stand before you to say a few words about the Manchester Institute of Education. Before I do, though, I want to address our graduands. You're here today because you made a series of choices. You chose to come to Manchester, a city with a rich history and culture and a nightlife that is truly unsurpassed. The broadcaster Mark Radcliffe was absolutely correct when he described it as the city that thinks tables are for dancing on. Some of you will stay in Manchester and some will not, but Manchester will stay with all of you. As our resident poet Longfellow so eloquently stated, this is the place. You also made a choice to study at this university, which, as mentioned, has produced no fewer than 25 Nobel Prize winners. Manchester is one of the UK's top research universities, with more than 80% of our activity judged to be world-leading or internationally excellent by the Higher Education Funding Council for England. Sometimes I wonder how I managed to get a job here. But the most important choice that you made was to study education. Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Whatever specific course you enrolled upon, when you chose to study education here at Manchester, it's more than likely because you wanted to contribute to that ongoing change. Education at this university has a proud history dating back to 1890, when what was then Owens College became one of the first providers of initial teacher training in England. The university appointed its first professor of education in 1899, using funding from the education philanthropist Sarah Fielden. Fielden's influence has continued to this day, with Julian Williams, our current Sarah Fielden Endowed Professor of Education. The Manchester Institute of Education has a worldwide reputation for research focusing on disadvantage in all of its forms, and how education can be used as a tool to challenge this and to promote inclusion and equity. This work is ranked second only to Oxford in terms of research intensity. In real terms, this means that today's graduates have benefited from a truly research-informed teaching and learning experience. I'd like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to my colleagues who work so hard to support our students. I'm extremely honoured to work alongside each of you. Today's graduates provide a representation of the rich diversity of our programmes of study, including but not limited to postgraduate diploma in education Teach First, master's degrees in Education International, Education Leadership, Psychology of Education, and postgraduate research degrees, PhD, Education and Child Psychology and Counselling Psychology. Despite the diversity inherent among today's graduates, there's one thing that unites you all. The hard work and dedication that has brought you here today is underpinned by a powerful passion for learning, an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Education is truly addictive. In closing, I'd like to offer you the words of the poet William Butler Yeats, who said that education is not the filling of the pail, but the lighting of a fire. I hope that we've lit a fire in each and every one of you and that it continues to burn for years to come. Congratulations again on your monumental achievement. Thank you very much.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Education, Patsy Hodson. Lee Webster. And for the degree of Doctorate in Educational and Child Psychology, Sarwat Akbar. Eleanor Grace Boylan. Amy Lauren Burns. Vanessa Evans. Rebecca Finney. Stephanie Holt. Michael Omuvi. Adrienne Sedgwick. Jill Caroline Simpson. David Saws. Andrea Jane Stother. Carla Tomlinson. And for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Owen Philip Dempsey. Olga Dolganova. Anthula Kafalinu. Nayeli Beatriz Palacios Gonzalez. Lada Smirnova. And for the degree of Professional Doctorate in Counselling Psychology, Lois Mello Thorpe. And for the degree of Master of Arts in Education International, Jin Yun Ai. Nora Al-Bassami. Wen An. Yu Bian. Yan Cao. Ge Chen. Yi Chen. Xin Du. Chen Yang Feng. Ting Gao. Yan Zhongguo. Xin Guan. Xin Chu Hua. Fang Fang Hong. Shou Yijia. Jia Yingjin. Yang Wan Dijin. Yinan Jin. Zhou Wenjin. Izakari. Mong Kwai. Song Ye Li. Xin Yan Li. Yue Li. Ziwei Li. Chuan Zhen Liang. Huan Liu. Hui Liu. Mengqi Liu. Mengshi Tse Liu. Xiaoyu Liu. Yijia Liu. Yunfan Liu. Jingling Liu. Yali Liu. Hanyin Luo. Jiayi Liu. Yuhang Ma. Miao Ni. Chun Chuo Ning. Zhe Songpei. Cheng Peng. Yalu Chen. Jia Hongqin. Chen Chu. Jing Ren. Ying Shun Ren. Chou Zhe Shao. Ying Ying Shen. Yanan Shi. Tong Sun. Mu Shen Tang. Qian Hang Tang. Yuan Tung. Yan Juntu. Amber Marie Verhoen. Xin Yi Wang. Kai Yuan Wang. Li Ying Yun Wang. Xiao Yu Wang. Xin Wang. And also awarded the Platt Prize, Yan Wang. Yijing Wang. Lai Wei. Chong Wu. Wenbin Wu. Xiaoyi Wu. Yan Yi Wu. Tao Xi. Ray Xiao. Chi Xiao. Shen Yang. Xin Yang Yang. Xin Rong Yao. Yang Zonghui Yu. Bo Zhang. Daning Zhang. Huyuke Zhang. Jiachuen Zhang. Yifei Zhang. Yudi Zhang. Xiaotong Zhang. Zheying Zheng. Liu Weichong. Yishu Chong. Yu Tingzhou. Zejunzhou. Shao Wenchu. Zai Renchuo. Yi Fanzu.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Education, Teach First Leadership, Eleanor Ashton. Louise Christina Atkinson. Also awarded the Astor Award, George Robin Barrett. Rebecca Baxter. Simon Jeffrey Belk. Gabriella Ann Book. Mia Grace Champion. Amy Catherine Cushing. Simon Charles Dewsnip. Martha Eddy. Esther Zoe Eldridge Mrotzek. Natalie English. Misha Eversley. Hannah Gagg. Also awarded the Platt Prize, Rebecca Alper Grant. Elizabeth Victoria Long. Eloise Christine Marsh. Hannah Smith. Sophie Grace Thornton. Suzanne Lily Yu Pritchard. Selena Rose Vickers. And in educational leadership, Yu Chao. Susan Chen. Jiali Gong. Saul Michael Martin Higgins. Also awarded the Platt Prize, Mark Aaron Hughes. Li Jijiang. Yaran Jiang. Yi Wen Kong. Bo Chen Li. Yan Feng Lu. Zhen Yao Lu. Zhen Zhen Lu. Yovan Sararimutu Piche. Xuan Song. Aiji Wang. Futsi Wang. Chi Wu. Wen Shu. Hao Shangjiang. Xie Yi Zhou. And for the degree in Master of Education in Psychology of Education, Oliver Lawrence Andrew. Ruth Margaret Babington. Stuart Timothy Burse. Matthew Coxon. Lauren Rose Davis. Geneva Yvonne Dixon. Ellie Davis Vickers. Eleanor Isabel Diamond. Also awarded the Platt Prize, Rachel Louise Goodwin. And also awarded the Platt Prize, Melissa Lee Hyam. Abigail Hazel Ruth Hobson. Kirsty Ann Howard. Kivlan Thomas Leggett. Lewis Lee. Sarah Joanne Lyle. Putri Diani Paramitha Mahasi. Hannah Messam. Claire Naomi Nielsen. Xiao Hui Chi. Katie Maria Roberts. Judita Sarpiene. Megan Stock. Hannah Louise Williams. Rachel Elizabeth Williamson. And for the degree of Master of Science in Educational and Psychological Studies, Charlotte Beth Carl. And for the postgraduate diploma in Educational and Psychology Studies, Hannah Kate Amos. Jenna Ghani Taib. Callum Heaton. Kate Louise Moore. Alison Rebecca Walker.
Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you the degree of Postgraduate Diploma in Education, Teach First. Leela Kantilal Agravat. Daniel Andrews. Ruth Elizabeth Beresford. George Bauer. Claire Elizabeth Bradley. Fiona Bradshaw. Rayanne Buckley Anderson. Nicole Carter Grice. Alexander Clay. Lauren Coleman. Joseph Davison. Alice Esther Grace Denny. Lauren Doyle. Habab Al-Shush. Bethany English. Kate Gardner. Gregory Godley. Alice Hancock. Thomas Edward Harding. Lucy Hayes. Patricia Lynn Henstock. Joseph Gary Hoare. Shahida Hock. Lydia Rachel Idris. Stephanie King Murphy. Daniel Malcolm. Hannah Marks. Hayley Ruth Mars. Kate Maudsley. Michael McAndrew. Poppy McCartney. Natasha Milner. Hannah O'Neill. Hugh Phipps. Bobby Robinson. Gabriella Roden. Jessica Saunders, Matthew Sheepers, Louise Sedgwick, Sarah Shah, Zoe Thomas, Karen Walker, Sarah Ann Williams, Christina Journier-Jouk, and for the degree of Masters of Science in International Development, Public Policy and Management, Pakishit Pruvdo.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of us who have the honour and privilege of working in higher education, graduation is the most joyous day of the year. Many of our now graduates who came up said, thank you, Tar, cheers, thanks mate. Very good, thank you all very much. Although what you may not have seen is that there was a pattern when people came up. The first thing they did when they got to the stairs was try and wave to their friends and family supporters, that's fine. The second thing that they did was ignore me, that's fine, but look at the people on either side, which are the teachers. So please join me in thanking the teachers for all of their efforts. Could I now ask our graduates, please stand and do something useful with the thing that you've been carrying around in your left hand for most of the day. If you could put your hat on your head and make sure the tassels go to your left-hand side. This always takes much longer than you think it's going to, but left and right's tricky at this time of the afternoon. Could I now ask everyone to stand if they're able, please, and please join me in congratulating the class of 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the University of Manchester, I wish our graduates every success and happiness in their future lives and careers, and I now declare this ceremony closed. Thank you.